Hey, my name is Frederik. I'm a very average blonde guy from Denmark who makes a decent amount of money from running my own digital coffee shop where I only take calls 3 days per week and I'm on track to do 400k in personal profits this year. But that is not good enough because I have a goal of doing a million a year in profit, but I have rules to my business that I must follow. So hence, that is the reasons why I'm doing these videos where I make one video every single morning where I go over the same exact structure. So let's run it up. First thing you have on the topic is questions. I answer questions from the audience where you can comment your question below down this video, and then I'll basically answer the question tomorrow, right? So the whole concept is ask your question today and I'll answer it tomorrow, and then you can basically tune back in, and it's a good engagement hack for this channel to grow. Right now I haven't shared it anywhere, so it's kind of dead. So hence today, no questions. Because there simply isn't any questions. The way these things work then is I then go to business stats, then I show you my to-do list, and then I do some strategy live brainstorming, the bottlenecks that I'm facing and how I'm gonna reach my goal and basically the plan ahead. So the way that the business stats works here is that in one big Excel sheet that I fill out every single morning on these videos. So let's zoom in. So I always record these videos in the morning, hence why it is it's like the day before, right? So let's see YouTube channel. We had a very good day on YouTube actually. Yesterday I can see 5624. That is insane. Instagram. Let's see. Not the biggest focus, but I just do it because it's fun. And this is very slow, huh? But I think I track these engagement numbers because it's fun and I wanted to see like exponential growth because I want to put way more time and attention into my organic content. Because right now I'm kind of like just riding the wave of my efforts for the past 1.5 years. So I need to really kick things back up, and I think I've done a decent job there. So I think it's fun to track, and I think it's fun to see if like these like growth numbers actually follow my revenue. What a day on IG, huh? Then we have the daily updates channel, 19 subs still. We'll see how long we'll be stuck at the 19, huh? It's a cruel world out here. Then I also do my revenue and my cash. I got $300 yesterday from affiliate from school. I didn't I didn't know until I saw it last week. Then I got it paid out yesterday. It's basically just one person who's been using my school affiliate for like 8 months or something. It's funny. And then my cost, the reason why it's 27 every single day is because I spend $27 on ads. So very simple. So that is basically the update. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, we need some more data before it can like really start looking good, I think. But we'll see. The way these things work now is that I just show you my to-do list. So I show you what I did yesterday, and then I show you what I do today. So yesterday, Monday, I always have a lot of calls. I walk you through the calls in last day's video. So today it's just a full-blown content scripting day because I have a YouTube shoot tomorrow with a videographer. So the highest priority today is to finish my 2 YouTube videos, and then I don't care how much I get done other than that, because I just need the 2 videos done for my main channel. Because right now I'm kind of stuck because I don't have a good setup, so I need to get a videographer to help with the setup and everything so that I can keep the quality, because people really appreciate that, and I think that also is how I want my brand to be, where I can have these videos on this channel as more like just me yapping and show you what I'm doing. I just have a status with an agency client that I kind of need to attend. Normally I don't do calls on Tuesdays, Thursdays, but that's just how it is, you know, that's life. Then I'll show you my to-do list. So I'll first show you what I did yesterday. So this morning I just moved some calls around so that I could do the YouTube shoot. I planned the week. I had inbox 0. I called my mom, dad and girlfriend. I took 4 of the best scripts and gave it to another editor instead of my creative agency, just so that I can have 2 people working on my recording batch that I did Sunday. Then I reflected on some non-negotiable stuff, an idea that I got Sunday, and then I kind of like explained it to my community, and then I'm currently preparing a roadmap call. Then I did an outline for a pin post for a fitness coach client. I sent over a B-roll folder and all the 20 color graded reels to the agency, and that is basically it. Today, I got an idea yesterday of like a story concept where I called it something to do with coffee, because as you know, I run, maybe you don't know, but I run my consulting model is basically called a digital coffee shop, and I drink a cup of coffee every morning. So maybe I should do something on my story where I post a cup of coffee every morning and then I share like my thoughts. And then it should probably be after making these videos, because these videos typically makes me think. Because I don't prepare these videos, I have to live strategy these videos here. It's like the whole point, right? Let's hit the to-do list again. I need to pay Andreas, which is my systems guy. I just finalized the deal yesterday, so now I know how much I can actually pay him. Then I need to upload a reel. I need to make a doc for one-on-one clients. Basically, I want to do like some a document where I just like check in with all clients as a preparation for an Airtable automation that I'll be building with the systems guy, because that's how I want to run my community. Monday wins and Friday recap should all be automated by Airtable, and then keep all the separate client data inside of a client hub that I can easily access, so that it's more automated. So like Monday, people can give me their biggest bottleneck and I can fix it for them through a Loom or like a text message, or give them action steps or a template or a guide or something, and then they can recap it on Friday on how well it went, or did they get it done, and then we can like continue to move the needle extremely fast without me having to also be on calls with them and explain. I love calls with my students, but I'm also capping myself in terms of my business here. Then I need to script 4 reels, then I need to send a Loom example. I can't actually do this because I will only start doing the Looms on Thursday, because we have some delay in the lead list and these things. I got a YouTube video idea that I kind of like need to outline. Then I need to finish this YouTube video script and this YouTube video, which is the high priority, and then inbox 0. So that is it for today. It's a decent day, I'd say. Yeah, let's run it up with some strategy here. Because I thought this was an idea that I got this morning, so I thought that I could just like try to outline it here with all of you. Can I actually share my screen to my iPad here? That would be very nice, without crashing OBS here. Fred's iPad, very nice. I think we're in. Let's jump up here then, and then run it up. So I think there's many people who obviously want to scale their business, and everyone always tends to think that if I can just get more volume, then I can probably just scale, right? Because I take the same amount of input and put it into the same machine, and then my business will grow. But typically more traffic and more attention and more input typically requires some sort of an investment, either time or money, right? So like you need to either push a lot of organic content, you need to turn on ads, you need to do sort of things that would get attention, manual outbound, for example. So I wanted to make a video on like how my approach it can be a little bit different. So I don't know how many I can come on now, but like let's say ways of 2x biz. So I think sales numbers / cycle. You realize that inside of a sales cycle, right, there are like multiple different steps. So I'll run you through a typical funnel of mine and one that I run for coaches. So it's a follower ad that gets people to follow on IG. Then when they follow, they get a DM. And then when we've DM'd, hopefully a convo starts. Then identify a problem, bridge the gap, sell the call, get people on a call. Then they show up, and then we make a sale, hopefully. This is a very traditional follower ad funnel. Of course, there are more things to it with some retargeting setup, but this was like very simplified, which is good, right? Because you realize that in this process, there are maybe like 4 to 5 key indicators and key numbers that if we can double those numbers, we can actually double the entire business if the remaining numbers stays the same, right? So I'll run you through it quickly here. So for example, the price per follower, if we're paying $2 per follower, and we can cut that in half to $1 by either making a better ad, a better hook, a better Instagram landing page, a more appealing call to action, maybe call out better pain points, maybe call out a more specific audience instead of broad, then maybe we can actually cut the lead price in half, which would then double the business, because for the same amount of money, twice the people would enter the ecosystem, and if every other number stays the same, the business would double. I'm simplifying things now, then we'll kind of like dive into more thought process there, right? Then the people that follow, if we reach out to them, and let's say that 25% of these people they answer. So let's just do easy numbers. 2 out of 10, 20%. 2 out of 10 of these new followers, they actually answer the message that we send. But let's say that we could implement a follow-up message or sequence, maybe like with a voice note, a picture, like something that is more personal, where people feel like, hey, it's actually the person DMing me. And then maybe we could get responses from 4 people out of 10 instead of 2 people out of 10. That would give twice as many convos, and probably also twice as many call offered and call booked and call show and sales, right? Then again, we also have the call offering. So like once the convo is going, if let's say 25% of these people that say yes to a call actually book it, if we can get that to 50%, we double. If we can get the show rate from 40% to 80%, if we can get the close rate from 20 to 40%. So like, of course, that sounds very easy to do, but I think there's a lot of things that you can do here to get to basically just outcompete everyone else. If you can find these 5 to 10% by actually like improving the process, right? So I'll give you another example. For example, in my previous coaching business, we were doing between 150 to 200k in cash in a year ago, which basically meant that, for example, if we could increase the opt-in rate by a few percent in the VSL, then not only would that be a few percent, just like a few percent in the opt-in rate, that would mean 2 to 3% more people clicked the video and gave their information, watched the video, booked the call, showed up and bought. So like we could actually improve profit, overhead, cash collected by 3% by just like simplifying a landing page, maybe making the headline better, maybe making the outlook of the video better, more appealing, so more people would want to see it, right? And if you're doing 200k cash and you find 3% in the opt-in page, that is 6k a month, right? That you can maybe put into ads again, and then, so that was my philosophy in the last one, was just like maximizing every single thing, right? That was like kind of like sales number cycle. That I think that can be like 2 to 3 points in one, actually, because there are so many different ways. Then of course we have client lifetime value. If you can get your clients to pay you more money, then of course you'll also double your business over time, right? Of course there is probably a heavy delay in this one, because most clients maybe sign a 4, 6, 12 months membership to your coaching consulting business. Maybe your average agency client stays for 4 months. So I think there are ways here that you can kind of like brainstorm on lifetime value. How can you be better at upselling them when their initial agreement is over? Are you good enough at reselling them on the idea of working with you? Because once you fix their initial problem, they have a new problem that you need to be good enough to present and solve. Do you have a low ticket or a super high ticket in place that can help with lifetime value? Do you do events or masterminds or one-time fees that you can kind of like sell and get to these people so that they get a unique experience? We did that in Short Form Society, right? We hosted masterminds, and we probably did around 70k in just mastermind sales. Do you have a recurring thing that people can, when they buy a one-time thing, do you have something recurring? In my previous coaching business, we had a Go High Level white label software that was doing between 10 to 15k a month, because we built it out in a super cool way where these students would sign up to it and then use that as their CRM and landing page and everything, and it was it was so much cheaper for them to use rather than Calendly. And we hired a full-time guy to help these students. It was like a huge big win-win, which was very, very cool. So I think brainstorm ways to increase lifetime value will definitely also help your business, right? Then we have sales numbers, we have the cycle, we have basically lifetime value. I think it kind of transitions a little bit into lifetime value, but I think having multiple offers that you can actually give people front end as well, right? I have a few different ways that people can work with me. They can work with me done for you basis, done with you, do it yourself. And I'm planning on doing like these like bundled packages of maybe like specific modules, or how to run ads, how to book more calls, like these bundles. So if you can find an ecosystem where people can buy from you multiple times and sell low ticket and sell extremely high ticket and offer that front end, that would probably also be a great way of use to actually double your business, right? Because you can suddenly make more of each customer, and more people can enter the ecosystem. More people will then eventually also run it up with you on the high ticket probably. So now we have the sales numbers and cycles. We have the client lifetime value. We have multiple offers. I would say partnerships is probably also a good one. So can you find a way of connecting with people that could maybe that could refer you, not really refer you clients, but like link it up, right? So like maybe for example you work. I mentioned this to my client Vince yesterday. It's like he works with coaches who's in the trauma niche, coaches who are in like this like area where it's not business, which means that they probably have a lot of coaches in their network who wants to make more money in their coaching business. So if they could take their network, for example, and connect that to Vince, and then maybe make it as a partnership solution in somewhat way, shape, or form, that would be pretty cool. I'm also thinking, for example, in fitness, a lot of people when they sort out their health, especially guys, when they fix their view upon themselves in terms of mindset and discipline, and they get in shape, the next step is natural. They want to make more money and start a business, right? So like these fitness coaches could probably set up a partnership with an agency, for example, that helps people build and monetize businesses or whatever. And then make a partnership of like, hey, you should now you work with me in fitness, you should work with this guy for business, and now that you work with me in business, you should work with this guy in fitness, right? Because you can't run a business and make some money and then look like shit. So partnerships is definitely also a good one. We're kind of like hitting the time here, so I think I'll try my best to strategize this video even further on my own because I need to finish it today. So hopefully I'll get that done. So that was basically it for today's daily update. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, again, if you watched it till the end, drop a comment or your questions so that I can answer it. If not, then we'll just continue to strategize. There's a lot going on, so I'm grateful for that. Just have an amazing day, and then we'll see each other tomorrow.